again, fans. Social media specialist Brett Wolverton here, welcoming you to the WrestleForce Unleashed Control Center. WrestleForce will be unleashed on the Spires Recreation Center on Sunday, April 26th. Doors open at 4 p.m. The Unleashed pre-show starring myself and WrestleForce Commissioner Bob Keller begins at 4:30, and at 5 p.m. we hand control over to you, the fans. That is right. For the first time in WrestleForce history, we are handing the reins over to the fans of WrestleForce. You will help us decide match types, referees, and even opponents for the WrestleForce stars. You have the control, we get to deal with the results. Coming up in the Control Center, I'll explain further on how you control the action, but first, we have to deal with a long-standing WrestleForce rivalry that will finally be settled at Unleashed. At Aggression, Brady Pierce chose to forfeit a match rather than compete against the Twisted Metal Rebel Hex. This did not please Hex, who demanded a match with Pierce. Commissioner Bob Keller announced that at Unleashed, Pierce will have no choice but to get in the ring with Hex, but he'll also have nowhere to run, as the match will be a Twisted Metal Rebel dog collar match. Both superstars will have a collar placed around their neck with a long chain connecting the two of them. There are no rules in this sort of contest, and victory can only be awarded by pinfall or submission. Now, on to the interactive portion of Unleashed. As I mentioned at the top of the Control Center, we are allowing you, the fans, to help us select various options for matches at Unleashed. From now until the afternoon of April the 26th, you can follow us on Twitter at WrestleForce and tweet us your choices for the various matches by using the appropriate hashtag. If you're not a fan of Twitter, you can also message us your vote on Facebook, and we will tabulate all the votes and the decisions will be announced at Unleashed. Pay close attention during the upcoming bouts so you know the appropriate way to vote. The first bout that you will have control over is for the WrestleForce Tag Team Championship. At Aggression, the Bravado Brothers made history by becoming the first team to win the WrestleForce Tag Team Championship on 2 occasions as they defeated the Flock in a Flock Rules match to take the gold. At Unleashed, they will have their first title defense against the number 1 contenders, Jesse Wyndham and Billy Brash, the Fortunate Sons, and you will be able to select what kind of match that will be. Your options for this match include a best 2 out of 3 falls match, which is how the Bravados won their first tag team championship. If you'd like to vote that, tweet hashtag 2/3falls. For an elimination tag team match in which a team would have to eliminate both members of the opposing team to capture the titles, tweet us with hashtag elimination. The third option is a Bravados rules match. Okay, I know what a Flock rules match is, but I have no idea what a Bravado rules match is. If you'd like to find out exactly what a Bravado rules match is at Unleashed, tweet us with hashtag Bravado rules. Former co-holder of the WWE Tag Team Championship, Eugene, will make his WrestleForce debut at Unleashed against the modern classic BJ Hancock. Hancock was defeated by Ricardo Rodriguez at Aggression and threw a tantrum thanks to Rodriguez's personal ring announcer, the party manimal Zane Riley. Hancock insists that he will be taken seriously in WrestleForce no matter the opponent, and at Unleashed, you'll be able to select the special guest referee for the match. For the party manimal Zane Riley, tweet us with hashtag Zane. For Juggernaut John Malice, who showed back at Forsaken that he is a fine official in his own right, tweet hashtag Malice. And finally, for WrestleForce Commissioner Bob Keller, who is all about equal opportunity, tweet hashtag Keller. WrestleForce fans, you could determine the fate of WrestleForce with your choice for the main event for the WrestleForce Championship, as you will decide who the Southern Savior John Schuyler will defend his title against at Unleashed. The possible opponents for the Southern Savior include the Salem Sinner Six. Six thought he had the WrestleForce Championship won at Aggression as he escaped the steel cage. However, just seconds before Six's feet touched the arena floor, Schuyler scored a pinfall victory over Jackson James inside the cage to retain the title. Six tore up the ringside area following the decision and has vowed to get the title back. If you'd like to see Six battle Schuyler, tweet hashtag Six. Following a hard-fought victory over Corey Hollis at Aggression, I asked former WrestleForce champion Cedric Alexander what was next. He made it perfectly clear to me that what was next was getting the title back for a 3rd time. Alexander took Schuyler to the limit 3 times before. Could it happen again? If you want to see it, tweet us hashtag Cedric. Thoroughbred Jackson James is the lone superstar among the voting options that has never held the WrestleForce Championship. The 2014 Championship Chase Tournament winner is becoming one of the more popular stars at WrestleForce and would love another golden ticket to a championship match. If you'd like to see Jackson James battle Skyler for the WrestleForce Championship, tweet #Jackson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us at this time via Skype with his thoughts on this WrestleForce Championship match is the defending WrestleForce champion, the Southern Savior, John Skyler. John, thank you for joining us here in the Control Center.
Oh, well, thank you for having me, Brett. I really appreciate you having me on the Control Center. For the first time ever, the WrestleForce champion speaks to his audience.
Now, you have no idea going into Unleashed who you're going to be squaring off against. It is 3 superstars that you've been in the ring with before. Is there anybody that you would rather be in the ring with compared to anybody else?
Well, quite frankly, Brett, I don't know, because I don't know who to prepare for. I think WrestleForce management has really outdone themselves this time. Okay, what is this, some sort of conspiracy? You know, I'm starting to think that Bob Keller never wanted me to be the WrestleForce champion. Okay, this is a conspiracy between you. This is Bob Keller. This is WrestleForce management trying to stick it to the Southern Savior, and I don't like it. You know, I don't like the fans having the power. I think it's stupid. Okay, so yeah, WrestleForce management has really outdone themselves this time. Congratulations, guys. You put the power in the hands of a bunch of morons.
Well, the fans do have the choice, and be it Cedric Alexander, be it Jackson James, or be it the Salem Center 6, you will be defending the championship at Unleashed.
That's correct. Whether it's the Salem Center 6, who I've beaten, whether it's Cedric Alexander, who I've beaten, or whether it's Jackson James, who I've beaten, it does not matter. I don't care if it's the Salem Center 6. I don't care whether it's Cedric Alexander. I don't care whether it's Jackson James. And most importantly, I don't care what the fans want or vote for.
All right, well, John, I wish you the best of luck at Unleashed in your championship match, regardless of who your opponent is. And there you have it, the Southern Savior, John Skyler, the WrestleForce champion. This just in from Commissioner Bob Keller. Fans, while you're selecting the opponent for the Southern Savior and potentially sealing his fate as champion, you are also holding the fate of the remaining contenders in your hand as well. Commissioner Keller has decided that the 2 superstars who are not selected for the championship match at Unleashed will have to battle each other in a one-on-one encounter. That match could very well have championship implications for it, as the 2 not selected are still top contenders for the gold. That means if fans choose to vote #6 and 6 wins, Cedric Alexander will battle Jackson James one-on-one. If fans choose #Jackson, you're also voting for 6 versus Cedric Alexander. And finally, if you're voting #Cedric, you're also voting for 6 versus Jackson James. Also in action at Unleashed will be the Equal Nation demonstration, the Party Manimal Zane Riley, and Country Jack Corey Hollis. Unleashed on April 26th will see the power in your hands, as well as the WrestleForce debut of Eugene. Who will you vote for? Who would the superstars involved like to see you vote for? We don't know. What we do know is that at the Spires Recreation Center, all questions will be answered and the final results will be revealed. The power is yours. Advance tickets are $15 ringside, $12 general admission, and kids 10 and under are just $7. You can reserve those seats on Facebook by contacting Commissioner Bob Keller. Remember, tickets will go up in price an additional $3 at the door, so reserve your seats today. Make your plans now to be a part of history when WrestleForce hands over control to you, the fans. Voting starts now, so vote often. Your voice counts. For the Control Center, I'm Brett Wolverton.